Hey, what's up guys, and welcome to another scintillating episode of News You Can Use. This week we've got some pretty wacky and wonderful stories, so sit back, pop the kettle on, and let's do this.
Gangnam Style.
Thousands of Korean children dream of becoming household names like rapping sensation Psy, whose 2012 hit Gangnam Style became the most viewed video ever with over
1 billion, gajillion, fifillion, million. Yeah.
A new generation of younger K-pop stars are now further influencing their impressionable minds, with a recent survey of preteens showing 21% of respondents wanting to be K-pop stars when they grow up, the most popular career choice of all. Kim Si-yoon, a 9-year-old in elementary school, is already dropping hot tracks and robot dancing her way to K-pop stardom. She says she recognizes the sacrifice needed to realize her dream.
힘들긴 한데 그래도 제 꿈을 위해서 하는 거니까 재미있게 하려고 하고 그리고 제가 열심히 노력하면 더 좋게.
A stay-at-home mom drives around every day, determined to see her own failed dream of becoming a singer fulfilled by her daughter.
좀 걱정은 많이 되는데 너무 험난한 길이고 또 너무 경쟁률도 치열하고 그렇잖아요. 너무 하려고 하는 일이 너무 많다 보니까 또 잘하는 일도 너무 많고 그래서.
Her mother even spends £420 a month on her dancing and voice lessons, all in an attempt to emulate somebody like this. Sawon, a 20-year-old performer who spent 5 years training for her debut. Her 6-member girl band, Girlfriend, made its debut this month, and she stressed her commitment to maintaining their new position.
정말 저희 노래가 많이 나왔으면 좋겠어요. 그냥 쉬지 않고, 그러니까 진짜 바빠도 잠 못 자고 너무 피곤하더라도 그냥 일이 끊이지 않고 어떤 일이든 진짜.
Young people trying to succeed in the creative industries, of course, isn't unique to South Korea, and the struggle's the same all over the world. But it does make you question: are they really doing it for their passion and love of their craft, or is it simply for the fame and all the associated things that come with that lifestyle? Makes you think. Now, I don't know too much about the fashion industry, but it always seems everyone's trying to outdo each other in some sort of shocking way. Well, my friends, I believe the bar has been well and truly raised. That's right, that big old lion is 100% certified real. Lions are instinctual beasts. They want fresh, juicy meat all day, every day. And that lion, he had his eye on her. Very risky business if you ask me. The 22-year-old is used to dealing with risk in her trade, wearing high stilettos and high fashion clothes on the catwalk. But this time around, she had a tougher challenge to cope with. And she could have very easily bitten off more than she could chew. Excuse the pun. Nevertheless, she described the day as a dream come
I just want to
true.
inspire people, young people especially, to follow their dreams and to be who they are and to work hard and that they can do anything they put their minds to.
Kara, who has a lion's head tattooed on her index finger, was recently chosen as the ambassador for Tag Heuer's Summer 2015 campaign, and she's described by her press as the It Girl spokesperson for the online generation. Well, I'm not quite sure about the title, but she certainly has a good message, and long may she continue to spread it, albeit in a slightly less dangerous way next time, Kara. Now, before we go any further, word of warning. If you don't like naked, eccentric men with extreme passions, you might want to look away now. Meet Tim Patch, or Picasso as he's known worldwide, which is a clever pun referring to the manner in which he creates his art. Picasso uses his own tools when creating his art, as in he uses his own genitals. Now, I know you might be a little bit freaked out, just as I was, but give him a chance. I mean, I know the way he creates his art might come across a little bit ridiculous, but pretty decent considering. He loves to don his pink cowboy thong and hat, and whatever people think, he certainly doesn't do too badly for himself. And he's one of a kind, as he's certainly cornered a niche here.
Popped into my head. It had to be possible, so I just bought some canvases one day and went home and just tried it.
Tim does have a daughter and nearby family, but he clearly enjoys being one with nature. To be fair, all he wants is to share his love for art, be a little bit silly, and not take life too seriously. And at the age of 65, who can really blame him? So if you want a portrait made in the style of Picasso, get in touch now, because he's taking bookings. And Valentine's Day is just around the corner. You never know what could happen. When you refer to modern body art, Caim, the Colombian devil, is certainly the king. And Maria Cristina, the Mexican vampire, reigns as queen. Maria endured a troubled past, having suffered many years of domestic abuse from a former partner, and this played a key role in her transformation. She married young and has 4 kids. Interestingly, Maria also still lives in the same family home she grew up in, located in the heart of one of the most violent and notorious ghetto neighborhoods in Mexico. Her parents have both passed, but she chooses not to move away to a nicer neighborhood, something she could easily afford to do with things taking off with her music career and other projects she has throughout the year. Her schedule was packed as she travels the world touring with her new music collective alongside a funky female DJ partner on the decks. The lengths some people go to stand out is sometimes shocking, but I guess you need to consider each person's individual past and experiences. After all, big life events can completely change the way you think. So, good on you for expressing yourself, Mazza. Very brave, but very understandable. At 8 years old, nowadays, most kids are still picking their nose, playing Call of Duty, watching obsessive amounts of television, and occasionally wetting the bed. But Alita Andre, at 8 years old, already has a massive achievement list, far greater than most people's. From a very early age, Alita has gained the attention of the global art community, who hail her as a prodigy, something of a genius. Some even call her the mini Monet, who creates with a kind of innocence and purity as would be expected by a child, but to the level of talent not often seen even with experience. It's easy to see the kind of revered, visionary status she has in the art world just by the way this man is waxing lyrical about her talents.
Alita's interpretation of art is free. There's no prejudice, there's nothing negative in her work. It's just pure experience, pure love, her soul, her spirit, and I think this teaches us to reflect, to think.
Alita's work sells for sums of all the way up to $50,000 each. And let's not forget, she's only 8 years old. You only have to read her Wikipedia page to feel a sense of underachievement in yourself. She talks eloquently about how she uses her art to express her feelings, her emotions, and the many sentiments that she carries with her wherever she goes, and with whoever she meets. She oozes understanding and compassion for the world, for her surroundings, for nature, and that isn't typical for someone so young. During this interview, she spoke about how when she was younger, she felt the world was in trouble, and she made it her ambition to save it. Nika Kalashnikov, her mother, is even perplexed by the brilliance of her daughter.
Creativity comes from, it's something, I don't know, something like so probably larger, bigger than me.
Well, when I hear about prodigy kids being raised and nurtured in loving environments like this, it restores my faith in humanity that maybe one day our future will be in good hands. And now moving on to a very interesting story I'm sure you're gonna love. done with your negativity. No more negative news. I want positive vibes. I want to increase the peace and spread some good news. So if you've got any good news stories you want to share, get in touch, because we want to hear from you. So until next time, guys, peace.